EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the United States Open Championship. Hello again and welcome to the U.S. Open. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We're here at Chambers Bay with those massive rolling fairways, the towering dunes, unpredictable coastal winds. What a test, Frank, for the best players in the world.
That's right, and it's going to be the first time these professionals are going to play it. We've seen it host a U.S. amateur in the past, and this is a daunting test, especially if the wind gets up. There's enough bunkers out there to trap the best players in the world. Those greens fast and firm enough to repel any shot that's not struck perfectly.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one. That was nuclear.
All right, Frank, how would you break down this approach shot here at the first at Chambers Bay?
Well, Rich, it's partially blind, so you've really got to fixate on the exact point that you want to aim at. That's one of the beauties of this golf course. So maybe even just have a little look and make sure you know that line, because once that ball hits the ground, the natural contours are going to take it a certain direction. So really fixate on that line.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Moves into the top 10 with that birdie. Second hole now here at Chambers Bay in the U.S. Open. Frank, it's a relatively short par 4.
It doesn't mean it's easy, though. This is more of a strategic hole. You want to lay the ball up around sort of 270, 280 yards, avoid that big bunker on the left. It is going to leave a short iron in, but the hole bends to the left as well as the slope of the land is right to left. Got to take that into account.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Frank, what's the best way to access the hole location on this second shot here at the second hole at Chambers Bay?
Well, Rich, it's really set up with a drive. If you can drive it down the right side, you get a better view. Plus, you can avoid that ridge that's in the middle of the green on the left side. If you're coming in from the left side, that bunker on the right, now you realize why they put that there. Because when you've got a skirt to the right of that ridge, that second shot becomes a little more difficult.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Let's go.
A good birdie right there, Frank.
Oh, time to get another cup of coffee. Things are heating up.
Now set to play the first par 3 of this U.S. Open, Frank, the third hole here at Chambers Bay.
A little bit like the second hole where the contours slope from right to left. So if that breeze is coming from that direction, that's going to swing the ball all the way across the green. And this green is anything other than symmetrical.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday. Good try. Just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
Frank, the fourth hole here at Chambers Bay is the kind of par 4 that says, emphatically, U.S. Open.
Yeah, it's not a rarity these days to have par fours that are around 500 yards. This is just slightly shy of that. Once again, it's a stiff tee shot. Avoid trouble left and right. A little bit of a bend to the right on this hole, but don't be fooled by that. If anything, the drive has to be hit down the left side.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Little uphill to this green, Frank.
It's going to be a downhill putt. Do not make those down.
That's a good shot right there, about 15 feet away, and a good look at birdie.
Really? This is that awkward length.
Frank, I thought that was in.
That's gone miles away.
Well, that's a tough break with that miss right there. This will be a 14-foot putt here. Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank, and now let's hope he doesn't make a Michael Dublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one.
Oh, God.
Well, with that drop shot, moves to 1 over for the tournament. Fifth hole here at the U.S. Open. Frank, why do they call it free fall?
I guess because you can make a mess here. You just keep going down. Bunkers left and right. There's acres of sand on the left and right. And just one little measly bunker, but it's smack bang in the front of the screen.
And a huge elevation change from tee to fairway.
Happiness is a long, 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 long walk after that one.
Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That is classy.
They had a chance of going in.
Getting set now over the putt.
Yes.
What a birdie. Now just a handful of players in contention.
Good third round, Frank, and a good spot heading to the final 18.
Yeah, to be in the top 5 right now, the caliber of this field, know that your game is good enough too, and a legitimate chance of taking home the trophy come tomorrow night. This really is what all those hours on the range contribute to, this moment right now.
EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live final round coverage of the United States Open Championship. Today, we're here at Chambers Bay in University Place, Washington for the U.S. Open Championship. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all of the action out on the course. And Frank, what can you tell us about this unusual layout?
It's actually the first golf course that Robert Trent Jones II has actually designed in Washington. And it just fits in beautifully with the environment. The Puget Sound really sets off the whole golf course. So it looks like a links golf course, but it can play in so many different ways. You can play it through the air, you can play it along the ground. And of course, already it's hosted US Amateur and US Open. I'm loving that balance.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. All right, Frank, what's the best way to approach the 10th?
Well, this is probably the flattest green on the golf course, Rich, and really, if you miss this green, you've made a mistake. There's no two ways about it. It's probably the most predictable second shot you're going to have on the golf course.
Birdie try up next. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Rolling, rolling, rolling the rock, Frank.
Oh, and yet another birdie, Rich. Beautiful stroke.
Getting set to tee off at the 11th hole, long par 4, 537 yards. Frank, how do you play this hole, with a bazooka?
Yeah. Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though? Whoa, that is long. That's a ginormous tee shot.
The 11th hole, Frank, what's the right way to get at it?
Just got to be cognizant of that ridge that cuts through the middle of this green, that sort of turns this green into one simple green and all these little complex sort of sections. That's the biggest thing, but that's also, you realize very, very quickly, you're playing links golf today.
Sit down, get down.
Oh, this is going. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Pretty good shot right there. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Par save.
Good effort and good par putt. Frank, we just came off that long par 4 at the 11th, well over 500 yards. Now at the 12th, we go in the opposite direction. This has become a staple at a U.S. Open, the reachable par 4.
Yeah, the logic would say just grab sort of a mid-iron to a long iron, knock it down, wedge it on there, and have no strain, no sweat. But who's going to play golf like that? Take the head cover off. Come on, chance it. It's called narrows. You know, the odds are going to be narrow, but you just might hit the green.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Yes!
How about that?
Well, can you believe that, too? I mean, could have hit the flag and bounced away instead, straight in. Amazing shot, and really deserves it.
Coming down the stretch here at the U.S. Open at
Back in now,
Chambers
boys.
Bay, just
Back
6
in.
holes to play, and Frank, this par 4 13th will really test the players.
It is. If someone makes 3 here down the stretch, it will be monumental. A 4 here, no one would leave this hole unhappy.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Frank, quite a bit to consider here at the 13th.
Yeah, there's little knobs on the left and the right side of this green, so that bunker you can see, at first it looks like you've got to avoid it. Well, you've really just got to carry it. Should be safely on deck.
Birdie try up next. Par yesterday, now for birdie.
Yes!
And that just brings a smile to your
Here we
face,
go,
puts a little
boys.
pep
Here we
in the
go.
step when you make them from downtown. Frank, a 5th consecutive par 4 here at the U.S. Open. This is the 14th hole, and I'm guessing by the time you set foot on this tee, you'll know exactly where your game is at.
Oh, this one here, great reward for someone that's driving the ball well. If you can drive it, down the left middle, avoid that little one-pot bunker in the middle of the fairway, you're going to certainly shorten this hole up. And then you can start to use the contours of this hole too, that bend right to left. And 546 yards becomes much shorter than what you would think. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. Locked in on the read and the speed.
Oh, give me a read, please. He's not going to read it. That's bad.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
That's a nice par right there,
Ooh, Henry's
and
dropped a
a
shot.
nice
Come
position to
on.
be in.
Rock solid,
Yes.
looking good.
Tied for the lead. Getting set now to tee off at the 15th here at the U.S. Open par 3, and it stands out because it has the only tree on the golf course.
It looks magnificent, doesn't it? Get your eyes back on the green, Rich. Come on. When they use the short tee for the U.S. Open, just 167 yards. So this is really a hole that the players are just going to eat up if they get the right wind conditions. Just an 8 or a 9 iron from 160 yards for these boys. To a green, that, well, it should be very well received.
Well, this could be good. Up to the 15th green, but looking at a tough putt, considerably long, over 25 feet away. This is a good-sized putt, 27 feet away.
Hook read not found. It's gonna be something like this.
Frank, he might like this one. He might
my God.
like
Oh,
he's gonna
my
love it,
God.
Frank.
What a putt.
Frank, this is a player
Yes,
in full
come
flight
on.
right now.
It looks too easy right now.
Now to the 3-hole finishing stretch here at Chambers Bay, and we get it started with a relatively short par 4. It's a 423-yard hole, the 16th, Frank.
Go.
Being slightly to the right, there's a huge bunker all the way down the right side that sort of starts, I don't know, maybe about 100 yards off the tee, goes all the way to the green. You go right, and then you realize why this hole is called beach.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, what's the danger here on the approach to the 16th, considering the green is really pretty small?
Well, obviously it's a short par 4, so you know that the problem's going to happen up ahead, and that's exactly what it does. This is probably one of the smallest, narrowest greens at Chambers Bay, and you can see it slopes dramatically from left to right. That has to be taken into consideration with the second shot.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round.
Yes!
Starting to make a nice move. 5 under with that birdie for the tournament. Pressure's beginning to rise here. 17th hole of the U.S. Open at Chambers Bay. And this one, Frank, the par 3 will require a really good shot.
It's amazing how many U.S. Opens have great 17th hole. I think of Winged Foot, par 3, 17th, even Marion, par 3. This one will certainly fit in the same vein. It's named Derailed, and it will derail many a player trying to win a U.S. Open.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Oh,
Man,
I just pushed it.
boy, that hurts.
that's okay. First, okay. Still leading.
Did the job right
3
there.
shots up. He still has 4 to go, but 5 to go.
Now to the 18th hole. Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, you know, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department in your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
614 yards.
Frank, one of our colleagues at Golf Channel, Brian Hammond's always liked to say, keep it in the short grass. It is nice to play from the fairway.
The game's so much easier from the fairway. Less decisions to be made. You don't have to worry about a flyer or the lip in front of the bunker or a tree. The game almost appears straightforward from there.
It is on the green, but that will be a tough putt on the way. To win the U.S. Open.
Is it going to give me a read? Oh, it is.
Looks like he just misread that.
Needs to be harder. That's okay.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
3-putt par.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Nudge this one home, finish it up.
Still 5 under. Is that good enough for the win?
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just a great putt and a great win.
He still has to play yet. Did I win? Yes. Oh, he dropped shots again. Nice. Orca's having the bay there. I'm 1,400 points ahead of him in the FedEx Cup. Sammy Gaming wins the 2015 US Open Championship. Sammy Gaming won the US Open on Sunday for his first major title and first US Open Championship title of his career. Sammy closed with a final round 5 under 65. We're all hoping for that moment would get to him. We were all hoping that moment would get to him, said Philip PGA Tour Hunter Mahan. It's clear that when the bright lights are on, he won't fold under the pressure. For the first time, Sammy Gaming is ranked number 1 in the EA Sports golf rankings. Going into the US Open Championship, Sammy said that becoming number 1 would be a huge accomplishment. After finishing 1, Sammy can cross that accomplishment off his list.